There's a lot of background noise on someone's channel.
Yeah, David.
Me.
Mute. Yeah, cool. All right, where are we? What's going on in the world?
Can we look at my pull request, please? Because I think they're ready.
You come here wanting to merge pull requests.
That's right. It's very selfish. I'm very selfish.
That's okay. What we got? Which ones?
1597 and 1631, which we should discuss. I think 1597 is pretty much ready and done. I made all the changes just like David wanted. The last word was Jack asking me about adding some more tests, or making the test a little bit more, adding more coverage to the test, so I did that. And I also, there was one outstanding issue about that other code in util, and I did a search on their entire repo, and we don't use that code anywhere else in SunPy, so I just deleted it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I made a note of it in the README so that people know that the API is changing.
Looks good to me.
David, are you happy as well? I did your thing.
In the README and in changelog?
So with the main thing I remember you asking for was the
yeah, change the dictionary thing that you did and put quantities, so that's good. And the other function that you just removed, so that's good too. But what do you mean that you just say now that you changed something in the README file?
Yeah, the change log. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it is. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. Negative power. Yes.
Hooray!
Even though the tests were not passed, but anyway, they will pass now.
Okay, let's talk about another one with you, David. Which
No. Wait. We're not now doing everything, eh? Merging everything.
No. I think we need to discuss this one, which is 1631. And in some ways, they're related.
I use that one works.
Yep. And the related SunPy figure tests repo. So yeah, it works. There was one issue that Albert was saying, which is, do we want to make it such that all the figures are always created and saved? And I originally did it such that it just created the figures because it didn't know. There's a way to get around the fact that it doesn't know if the figure test is going to pass and then save it afterwards, as Albert suggested. I would say we just leave it as such. And
it's not like there's any penalty for always creating them, because we're creating them anyway.
We are, but the only difference is that one, we were creating them in memory, and now we are touching the disk.
Oh, really? It was always run? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there will be a small performance penalty.
Yeah. But I suggest that since we have so few tests right now, I mean, we only have 3 or 4, if we end up going to like hundreds, then maybe we can change this. But I actually like the fact that they're all created and you can go check on them if you want to.
Yeah, I quite like that as well, to be honest.
Okay. So any other comments about this one, or?
Well, Albert has an inline comment in conf.test.py.
Yes. Yeah, I can change that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
No, but it's quite a spectacular.
I mean, it's, well, I don't know. Do you guys really want me to fix that?
What is it doing?
It iterates over all of the hashes, all the files, and then it makes sure to see that there is an actual. Wait, what is it doing? What am I doing here? Let me remind myself. The issue is that.
Some comments in the code.
Good points. Yes, I agree with that. The problem is that the original hash library, if you created a new figure test, the original hash library doesn't have this this thing, right? So I need to check if it's in the hash library.
What?
So that's what I'm doing. Don't need the outer for loop. You could just try.
Yeah, can't you just use dictionary.get to do that?
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll fix that offline. Let's talk about the figure tests, pull requests, and talk about how we want to have that set up. So there are currently 2 figure tests there, 2 pull requests.
So I closed one recently as well.
Oh, there were 3?
1635.
Wait.
No, hang on. Is that right? Yes. 1635, which I merged so David could continue working on the stuff.
Wait, are we moving away from figure test discussion?
No, this is still figure tests.
Really? Okay, what is 1635?
Those, yes.
It's closed.
Well, what was it?
So what I did was I disabled the figure tests by default when run through setup.py and sunpy.selftest.
Yeah.
And then added a flag so that if you add tac figure to setup.py test, it will also run the figure tests.
Okay.
And if you do figure equals true to self-test, it will also run the figure tests.
Okay.
Basically what this allows us to do, and then also what I did in this pull request, was added a separate build, I think. Did I do that in this?
Yep.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes. And then what I did a separate build to the Travis matrix, which runs the figure tests. So if the figure test breaks, only one element in the Travis build fails.
Oh, good. Okay. That sounds good. Okay. So can we talk about the figure test repo?
So how do you plan on using the figure tests repo?
Well, my first thing is that you would just be using it as reference. So you would just go there and look at the figure test, right? The old figure test is there, stored for you. And so that's all I did in my PR. basically just the figure tests and nothing else.
It's just the figures. So you just have to manually copy the figures in.
No, what I was thinking was that eventually we could just have, on a fail, we could just create the URL for you and say, this failed, go check it, and here's the URL. And then you can compare your figure with the one that's online.
Yes, but how, when you update the figure hashes, do you update this repo?
You have to make a PR to this repo,
So
which
you
is
have
easy.
to manually copy out the files into a separate Git clone and then add them. And push
Yep.
them.
Yeah, that's right.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I don't disagree, but people are going to forget to do that.
Yeah, but if it's a pull request where it changes the hashes, we can just remember to update this one. I mean, I don't know if there's a more complicated automatically way to do
I think for the moment, leaving it manual like that is okay. We can see how well that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, is there any way we can add like a hook or a trigger such that if a PR comes in which touches the figure hash, then it says something or, says.
Of course you
Not
can.
massively easily. I mean, it is technically possible, but it's not practically straightforward.
Well, the other thing I added was in the Git attributes, I make sure to say that they're PNGs and binaries, so it kind of handles the versioning appropriately, I thought. Let's talk about what you put in, David, which is you did the same thing, except you included the figure hash, and then you also included the conda environment.
Yeah, and I did 3 different pull requests for the different hashes that we had that I could recover. So you can go in the history of those figures and see how have changed. So instead of doing just for the last one, just for the sake of comparison of how that will work in the future, I added the 3 different versions and the conda environment list of the packages installed just to check the version of the different packages. So if there's a new hash, if for some reason the tests are starting to fail in the new run, and we don't know why, we can check. We can try to run an environment with the same versions and see whether it's something that Travis has updated without letting us know, or whether it's something different.
Yeah.
And I just asked for all the files, I add the 3 different versions, so you can go into different commits and see like how much the hashes change or something.
Yeah. Do we want to have the hashes both in the SunPy repo and this repo?
Well, I suppose that's the.
Yes, we do, because you want to be able to make sure that the 2 repos are in sync with one another.
Yeah.
We should maybe add a little script here that makes sure that this figure hash is in sync with the actual figures in the. Well, we should just add a test, right?
Yeah, sure.
So that, yeah, you know that this is consistent. The figure hashes are correct for the figures that are in here.
That would be good. Add a small bit of code that checks it.
Yeah. I mean, presumably we can add that as a test and then have that trigger.
Yeah, sure. Just
a very simple test.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say, I guess let's go ahead and I'll give my +1 on David's PR. Are we okay with merging this? Assuming everybody's okay with this. I'd like to see how my merge goes in.
I'm happy for you to merge stuff into the figure test repo. Yeah.
So we need another +1 then.
Well, find this link. David, your SunPy hit CI helpers repo is so close.
It's there, just failing the Sphinx because as Beaver and the dog test because
No,
they're
the
not
dot
run.
tests don't matter.
No, the dog tests are won't run till we update to 1.1.1 of SunPy helpers. But the other one, it's not the JPEG because it's downloaded properly and it's saved properly.
No, it is the JPEG library.
No. Well, I mean, it's not that it's not untar in the right place because it is.
No, I think I know what it is. I will PR to your repo. Hang on.
How you update this thing? Where it is? Oh, not push. I have a slightly new version. No. Now it's updated.
What's the name of your branch?
CI_helpers help. So when we were looking at the tar files, it seems that when you do the strip component, the V in the tar, it doesn't strip them. But if you put show transform, it tells you that whether it's a strip or not.
You don't have to do the strip. I'm going to take the strip out.
Why?
You don't need it.
Why?
Because we needed it before when we needed it before when we were installing it into root, but now we're installing it into home. You don't need it.
Yeah, but still, you want to be being in the home directory, right? Not in a different path because the path is not there anyway.
We'll see. Hang on.
Cool. Matt Taylor is coming to my cell.
Ah! Sake. Damn it, Git. Why must you be such a pain?
What?
Okay, I remember why I did what I did. Albert's fix doesn't work.
Why?
You can't do a .get because it's indexed the other way. The hash is not the index. The hash is the value. So
Oh.
the name of the test is the index.
Oh, well, they're so totally the wrong way around.
Well,
Like the pairs.
when you look at the JSON, it makes more sense, right? The name of the test, and then
Yeah,
the
sure.
hash.
Yep.
Right.
Well, okay. You little sod. You've broken my bloody pull request, David.
Oh, we lost Steve.
Ugh!
What happened? Where's your pull request? It's okay. They will survive.
What have you done?
Oh,
Ah, I'm back.
you're back.
He's back. Back again.
Okay, what I can do to make things look a little bit more clear is I can create a new dictionary, which is the reversed. Like you can reverse the dictionary, and then I can do that. But that does add one more line of code. I don't know. It might look more.
Either do that or just put a shitload of comments on in explaining what the hell's going on.
Okay. Actually, oh, well, yes. I wish there was a function, like a dictionary function, to reverse.
I send you PR presents, David. Try that.
Don't know if I will accept it. No. Inside minus Sally. Okay, this one. I will think about it, Stuart.
Think about it.
Yeah, it's running anyway, the test in my branch.
Do you see what I'm doing, though?
Yeah, you're adding the
It's mainly the LD library path that's the important bit.
LD, yeah.
You could have kept the other bit, but it seems silly to just randomly extract stuff into the home directory when you didn't need to. Have you got Travis on your fork then?
Yeah. They're running. We'll let you know if it passes. And then merge it. Okay, I gotta go. You all. Bye.
See you later.
Enjoy.
Bye. Oh.
So just a silent Andy there. I didn't even know he'd joined.
He's lurking.
I'm very sneaky.
It's just like you're hiding under a rock or something, ready
Pretty
to
much.
jump out at a moment's notice.
Or Mars. Isn't that Mars? What is
It
that?
looks like Mars. It's actually white sands, but same difference.
Hmm. White sands. Did I ever ask you why you have a picture of white sands there? Oh, you took that when you visited for SPD?
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't look very white.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to the coloring on that picture. A bit weird.
Is that actually white sands? You're actually in the monument?
Yeah, it's in the park.
Well, it doesn't look white because the sun is setting, and as you know, it's the golden hour, named after its golden color.
That's right. It looks like snow actually when you're there. Like,
Yeah.
it's just snow, but it's actually sand. It's really strange.
That's really cool. Where is that?
New Mexico.
Nice.
It's where they fire missiles and stuff. Well, near where they fire missiles and stuff.
Yeah. I shut down that park twice. It's a national monument, but I shut it down so that I can fire my rocket over it.
That's satisfying.
Yeah, it's a really funny part of that because it's right nearby. It's not in, so White Sands Missile Range is right next to it, and White Sands National Monument is right outside to the north. And so whenever they fire a solar rocket, well, I think it's any rocket actually, they kind of fire it over the monument. And so for solar ones, because they happen during the day, the park is closed at night. They actually have to call them and negotiate closing the park because it's unsafe. So they close the only
problem. Just drop a rocket on people's heads.
Yeah, they close the highway that leads to the park as well, so it's not like anybody could, the park closes and the highway closes. But yeah, it's kind of fun a fun fact.
Can't go to the park today.
Yeah.
Some crazy solar physicist is firing rockets again.
That's right.
Well, is that the discussion? End of the discussion? I actually wasn't paying that much attention, honestly. Figure hashes and things. I don't know.
The figure hash discussion, I think, is over. Though, so are you going to accept the PRs in the figure test repo?
Go for it. You can do it. I don't mind.
Well, I don't have enough +1s currently.
Nah, I plus one of them. I didn't realise you wanted to merge both. Just merge them. It's the figure hash repo. No one cares.
Well, I see. Okay.
Where are we? Oh yeah, you've merged one of them. So what's your one?
The only thing that will be different.
And why are there white hunks missing out of these images?
I don't know. That's what they are. Well, this is interesting. It should know that these are different, that these are the same, and so it should not be part of this PR. Huh. Well, that's already a fail for this procedure. That's not a good sign. Why does it think these are different? Maybe because of binary? Binary file added. Or did he call them something different?
It's decidedly possible that it won't diff binaries properly.
Oh no, he's putting them in maps for some reason.
Oh, so they're just different files. Fair enough.
Well, they're. Why is it? Okay, let me move them into maps, and then hopefully then it makes them should force GitHub to realize these are the same files. I hope. I don't really know what the binary thing does. I assumed it was to help, so it doesn't do a diff or anything. Let's see, figure tests. Figure tests, figure tests, figure tests. Okay. Please work. Files change 5. Shit.
They might be different.
But they shouldn't be, right? That's the whole point of this. Unless I have different versions of NumPy and stuff installed.
Well, hash them and compare the hashes.
Well, my hashes are compatible with what's in the figure hashes right now.
Just run MD5 sum from. I'm assuming that's the hashing algorithm we're using. I honestly don't know.
Okay, I'll investigate this. This might be an issue with GitHub. Thinking that the files are different. Grr. Okay. Okay, well, I'll look into this.
Is there anything else that needs with the fixing?
Any other PRs to look over?
Did anyone see my week? There's the link. Yeah. Also, IRT. I discovered last week while running the course the wonders of helioprojective radial and how it's a stupid coordinate system.
Radial? I thought are you referring to that question that popped up? I thought it was cylindrical.
Yeah, it's not cylindrical. Helioprojective radial is not cylindrical. It's a filthy lie. As far as I can tell, heliocentric radial is actually a cylindrical coordinate system, but helioprojective radial is a spherical coordinate system, just like helioprojective is.
Well, that's kind of weird.
So the only difference between helioprojective radial and helioprojective Cartesian is the location of the center of the sun on the celestial sphere. So in helioprojective Cartesian, in inverted commas, the center of the sun is at the point of 0 longitude and 0 latitude on the equator of the celestial sphere. In helioprojective radial, it's at the south pole of the celestial sphere. So lines of latitude appear to move away from the center of the sun radially. if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. But why would you want to do that?
Well, because then things that travel away from the sun radially follow the lines of latitude of the coordinate system.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, so it discovered the wonders of helioprojective radial, and then promptly implemented it in SunPy coordinates.
Oh, very nice.
Although there's still some testing that requires to be done for the version that's in the PR at the moment. By the way, people should definitely pull my coordinates PR and have a play with it, because it's lovely. And there are now some documentations. I recently added some documentations.
I thought we were supposed to be focusing on leg curve and Fido and stuff.
Well, yeah, sure, but I like coordinates, right?
Yes, it is much more fun.
It's my hobby.
Okay, I fixed my PR. Let's see. Fixed. Oh, what is this garbage?
Oh yeah, no streaming output. I have no idea whether this is going to be passed until it actually finishes. Come on, prove me awesome, Travis. Prove me awesome and work. That's not Sphinx. That's not by 192. Come on.
Okay, I updated and added. I did both. I added comments and I did not rebase.
Rebase all of the things. You don't need to rebase it. It's fine.
Hooray! I always worry that when I rebase, I'm going to make something explode.
So that is a risk. Okay, so you flip the hash library.
Yeah.
By using the gorgeousness that is dictionary comprehension.
Yes.
I can't remember, a while ago I did something spectacular with dictionary comprehension. I think I created a dictionary from a map cube that was like wavelength was the index. So that I had a set of STO images over all wavelengths, and then I could index a dictionary with a wavelength to give me that image. It was very nice.
I've done that with file lists.
But because I had like a list of maps, making the dictionary was like almost no lines. Because it was just like map.wavelength : map for map in thing. It's lovely. I love dictionary comprehension. Yeah, this looks good to me. That's much less hacky that way around.
Okay. Gonna get a +1 then. I'm just on this call trolling for +1s.
That's all he wants. Just comes for his weekly bit of +1 gratification. Must get all the +1s.
Oh my god, I'm starving.
Yeah, I need food. I'm gonna have to go home. Alright. Has anyone got anything else they want to say before I stop this?
Nope, I'm good.